Do you like my chandelier? Right, good morning everybody. I hope we're all fit and healthy this morning and ready for some yoga. So let's start with some rotations, and I'm going to take a step back and a backstroke and a front crawl. Now I know I don't normally do our holistic classes in the backyard, but I thought today, because we're nearly done out here, I'd give it a go and show you my little boudoir. And let's open out. A few more dangly bits and a bit more ivy, and then we'll be there. And let's bring it back in again. Keep the hips to the front. That's it. And when you put your foot down, spread your toes. And let's have a swing. So you can bring the shoulders forward and back. Remember to try to keep the feet forward. I've just realised I've got a hole in my sock, so this is the leg. Make sure the toes are facing forward. Don't have them going out to the side. That one. Forward and back. And hold it there. So today's yoga class is all about spine flexibility. But as usual, we're going to start with a sun salutation. So let's set the posture, feet facing forward, hip distance apart. Remember, we need to bend the knees, put the fist in between the toes to make sure we're at the same level, and also for the ankles. Now start to think about your feet. Press through the big toes. If you press through your big toes, you'll find all your other toes will start to really come into play and you'll feel them because you're thinking about them. Now, while pressing through your big toes, push your knees out. When you do that, you'll start to feel all of these legs, all of these muscles engaging and coming a little bit tighter. So keep that on. We've got pressing through the toes and we're pushing the knees out. The next thing I want you to do is to soften your knees. So from that to that. So there's a locked, there's a soft. And although the difference isn't much, the difference injury-wise is huge. So we've got soften knees, pressing through the toes, tuck your bottom under, lift the shoulders up to the ears, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lift your chest and level the chin. So don't be looking up, keep the chin level, chest lifted. Breathe in, squeeze your head with your arms. Really try and touch the sky or the ceiling. Touch your ears to your arms. Now take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to turn to tabletop or go to tabletop. Don't turn. I'm turning this way so you can see what's happening. Arms coming straight out from the shoulders, head level. So don't look up because you put the strain on there. The minute you put your neck level, you'll realise how good that feels. Breathe in, hands just below your knees. So right now you're trying to grow your torso, trying to get your head on the wall in front of you and your bottom on the wall behind you. Holding your tummy in with a flat back, so I can maybe stand a glass of water on there. Now breathe in, and as you breathe out, glide your hands down your legs and then let the head go when you get to the bottom. Bending the knees a bit to take a bit of pressure off the hamstring. Breathe in, bend your knees, and press through the big toes as you come up to breathe out. Look up to the sky or the ceiling. Breathe in and stand tall. Squeeze your head with your arms again. So this time, you're going to keep your arms next to your ears. And I'll turn this way so you can see. Glue your arms next to your ears. Take a deep breath in and come to tabletop as you breathe out. So it's quite a challenging move. Hold for a little bit longer. As you get warmer and warmer, breathe in, hands just below the knees to breathe out. So remember, pressed it in the belly button, nice flat back. Breathe in, let's glide it down to breathe out and let the head go. Ooh. Don't worry if your hands can't touch the floor, just hang it. And the more you hang, the more you're feeling this up the back of the legs. For me, it's right there. Bend your knees, breathe in and rise. Breathe out as you lean back slightly. Now stand tall hold your hands and point your index finger. This time we're going to go all the way down. Breathe in and take it all the way. So breathe out. Release your hands, put your hands on the floor and step back with your right leg. So your back heel is pointing up to the sky or the ceiling, 12 o'clock. Arms next to the ears. So remember your position. Heel up to the ceiling. Shoulders coming forward, so there's no pressure on there. So you're coming forward from the hips, tummy in, arms next to the ears. So we feel the work here, doing that back leg. Breathe in, put your hands down on the mat and take your leg to the back. Now you can put your knees down, but pivot forward so your hands or your arms are touching your chest. Press it in the belly button, and the first thing to touch the floor is your chest, not your tummy. Now relax, put your thumbs on your bottom ribs to come up. Remember your alternative of the Sphinx. So elbows underneath the shoulders, trying to lengthen your neck. Breathe in, let's sit back in pose of a child, so thumbs on the ribs to sit back again. Open your knees. The closer your chest is to the floor, the more of a stretch you're going to get in the bottom of your back. Breathe in. Let's scoop it through. Spread those fingers, elbows out to the side, head low, bottom high. Thumbs on your bottom ribs or elbows underneath the shoulders to breathe in, breathe out. Now connect your toes. Breathe in, come up in your down dog to breathe out. Pushing your heels down into the mat. Now take a deep breath in. Bend your knees. Put your left knee down on the floor and your right leg through to the front. Pressing through the big toes. Lift the arms. Breathe in. Hands down to breathe out. Let's bring that back leg in to breathe in and rise. Feet hip distance apart. Bend the knees. Press through the big toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let's do it again. All the way down. Brady Bunch down the sides. All the way down. Now, put both of your hands on your right leg and then your right arm in the air. And let's change sides. So we're starting to do our spine flexibility right now. We already have when we did our cobra, to be fair. Now bend your knees, step back with the left leg. Remember that heel pointing up to the sky, 12 o'clock. Arms next to your ears. The more you press through that back heel and engage the muscles, the more they're working for you. Breathe in, hands down to breathe out. Take the leg to the back. Now we're going to challenge ourselves, but you can put your knees down if you want. If not, arms touching the chest. Lift your bottom. Breathe in. Breathe out. To lower down. Remember, your chest touches the floor first. Now put your thumbs on your bottom ribs or your elbows under the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen your neck and try and take your shoulders away from your ears. And we're trying to ease the hips down into the floor. It is quite uncomfortable. That's why we don't stay here very long. Breathe in and up for your down dog to breathe out. Pushing those heels down so you can feel the stretch from the calf, maybe up to your bottom. Now bend your knees and it's the right knee down, left foot forward. Spread those toes, breathe in, breathe out. Really bringing the hips forward. Make sure this foot is far forward enough so you can see your toes below your knees. Breathe in, hands down. Let's bring that back leg in. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring the hands down in prayer. And let's have the right foot, the toe turning that way. Bend into the knee. Make sure you can see your toes below your knees, shoulders round, arms out. There is your warrior two. If I can get a little bit further with that. The more you bend into the knee, the more you're going to feel the work here. But make sure that this knee stays in line with your foot. So, what we're doing now, which is your spine health, we're going to make it into a crescent. Let's get a little bit deeper into the warrior two, so you can actually feel things going on here. Your glutes are engaging as well. Now this arm, bedside, post it underneath. Take the one on top, keep your shoulder back. So you're not going to go too far. Try and touch the wall with this hand and your knee with that hand. Remember your 2 panes of glass. So you feel your stretch here. Breathe in, back to your warrior two. To breathe out. And get a bit lower into that. Let's do it again. Breathe in. So don't let the shoulder come forward. Look up to the ceiling or the sky. So you try and get your fingers onto that knee, but it's over your head. Breathe in. Warrior two. Sit down a little bit lower. Let's have one more for luck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really feeling that stretch there. Breathe in. Warrior two. Breathe out as we sit down a bit further. Let's walk those feet in and give it a bit of a shake before we do the other side. Hey. We have a local shouter. Strange things. Right, nice and wide on the other side. So if it was getting a bit much, now you're going to even yourself out. So we're bending into that knee, making sure you can see your toes below your knees, and then bring the shoulders square back round to the front. Arms coming straight out. Now the thing is with these arms, you're tempted to do that. Go, oh my God, let it go. Relax, lengthen your neck. Breathe in and let's go over. Look up. Remember trying to get these fingers on the knee. Breathe in, back to your warrior two, but as you do, we go a bit deeper into that warrior two. Shoulders square to the front again. Breathe in, and let's do it again. Breathe out. Breathe in, deeper into your warrior two. To breathe out. One more over. Breathe in, breathe out. And one more for that warrior two. Let's go a bit deeper. Breathe in, breathe out. Ooh, straighten your legs and walk it in. Bit of a shake on there. Did like that one. It's getting a little bit stiff, not as much activity as normal, that's the problem. Let's go back to the first one because we're going to add on. You know me. So we start with that warrior two. I'm coming over here quite a bit. Arms out, shoulders relaxed, but your arms are level with your shoulders. So try not to do this or this, this. We're here. Nice and level, shoulders out of the ears, bending into that knee. Now give me a crescent. Let's go over. Bending into it. Breathe in. You see how much further you are? Stay low in the knee. Back to warrior two to breathe out. Now before you turn, watch me. Breathe in. Give me a warrior one. So I'm turning, both feet are staying exactly the same, but I'm turning my chest around this time, this way, and bending into the knee. I'm making sure that all of my toes are spread. I've actually just brought this leg in a little bit because my warrior one is shorter than my warrior two. Breathe in, bring it back to warrior two. And let's change sides. Warrior two on the other side. Bending into that knee, nice and deep, because you know what you're doing now. And then we go over. Look up. And feel that stretch there. Breathe in, bring it back to warrior two and go a little bit deeper. And now breathe in. And let's turn this way for your warrior one. Please feel free to bring that leg in if you want to. Make sure that the shoulders are square here. Arms next to the ears. Spread the toes on that back leg, but keep your shoulders square. Breathe in. Warrior two. Bend a bit more into it. And let's bring the feet together and give it a bit of a shake. There's one more to add on to that, which is the crescent warrior one. So if you remember the Zumba shake, that loosens up the back if it's feeling a little bit tight. I prefer you did that any time at all rather than tightening up that back, because that's not what this class is about. It's about the exact opposite, flexibility in it. So we're back here, heel in line with the arch, warrior two. So we can get a bit of a flow. Breathe in, take it over, to breathe out. Breathe in, keep the knee at that level, don't come up. Breathe out. Breathe in, let's turn for a warrior one, to breathe out. So if this is your right leg, this is your left arm, I now want you to put it on your back leg. Turn the hand, bend some more into the knee, and then crescent it over. Take your time. In time, these fingers will be on your back leg. Breathe in, warrior one. Warrior two. Crescent. Bring it back again for warrior two. Let's change sides. Let's get a great warrior two. And now let's take it over for the crescent, keeping the shoulder back. You feel a lot of work going on in the lower back, in the back of the waist. Breathe in, warrior two, bending into that knee some more. Breathe in, breathe out as we warrior one. Left leg, right arm. Breathe in, put it on the back, turn the palm, bend some more into this front knee, but remember to spread the toes and crescent. Remember, we're not pushing it too far. We know our own bodies. Warrior one. Breathe in, breathe out for warrior two. Bring it in, have a bit of a shake, a bit of a Zumba shake. We're going to do that one more time, but it'll be a full flow. So we bring it back here, bend into the knee, warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, warrior two. Breathe out. Breathe in, let's turn for warrior one. Breathe out. Breathe in as you put your hand, crescent, to breathe out. Back to warrior one. Breathe in, flow it through. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Warrior two. And let's change sides. That was lovely. Breathe in, let's sink into the knee. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, keeping this knee open. Breathe in, warrior two again, to breathe out. Breathe in for your warrior one, to breathe out. Hand on the back leg. Breathe in, bend into the knee. Breathe out, lifting the chest. Breathe in for your warrior one. Breathe out. Bring it back to the front. Let's have another crescent. Let's take this over. Breathe in. Warrior two. Breathe out. Bring those legs together and give them a bit of a shake. Oh, I enjoy that. Right, so carrying on now with our flying flexibility, our spine flexibility. And we're going to go with a forward-facing front leg fold, yeah? We've got that. In fact, everybody take your right leg to the back. And I'm going to assume on this particular platform, I'm going to mirror you as normal. So I'm going to take my right leg, which is really my left leg, to the back. My heels are in line with each other. So my legs are at 2 o'clock. So there's a 12 and there's a 2. And then shoulders round to the front. They do want to pull this way, but I need you to bring them to the front. So while we're working with the spine. Now just rest your hands on your leg. Soft knee still applies. Breathe in, glide your hands down. Try not to put any effort at all on these hands, and your aim is to get your knee in the middle of your chest. So as you breathe out, glide it down. So you can keep your hands here, here, on the foot or on the floor. Looking at your toes. So don't look at your knee, look at your toes, and still try to get your chest onto your knee. And you can feel the extra stretch at the back. Every time you breathe out, you're trying to get your chest closer to your knee. So rounding up isn't going to help. You have to really flatten out the back. And the more you flatten the back, the more you'll feel the stretch at the back of your legs. Now bend into the front knee, feet together, breathe in and rise. Breathe out. Let's change sides. So you're warming up the area. If you've noticed, a lot of the work is on the front leg. Such a good stretch. So the feet are now at 10 o'clock. Heels are in line with each other. Chest to the front, hands here to glide down. And aiming your chest for the middle of your leg. So for your knee. So remember, you can have your hands on your thigh, your shin, the floor, your foot, but not on your knee. That's what we're avoiding, your knee. And to lock it. Trying to get the chest on it, so don't put your hands on it. Every time you breathe out, you're getting closer and closer to the floor. Bend into that front knee, feet together, breathe in and rise. So now we add on, bring it down. Swap legs. We're going to put the twist in it. So we should be getting quicker at setting this up now. So your heels in line, shoulders to the front, and then let's go down. Keep the arms up here. That's what makes it a little bit more challenging. Breathe in, glue your arms next to your ears to breathe out. Now put your hands on your leg or the floor, and I want you to bring the arm in the air. So if this is your left leg, we've got the left arm in the air. The hand that's on the floor, bend the elbow if you can. Same here, because you're still trying to get your head close to your foot and your chest on your knee. It's raining. It's not supposed to rain. Bring that down. Hands together. Breathe in and rise. I'll give it a few more seconds. Let's change sides. See, this is what happens. I never do things outside. To the back. Round to the front. Breathe in. And bring it down, and it's getting heavier. Feet together. Breathe in and rise. Breathe out. Hands down in prayer. I think we should go in. I'm going to give it one more minute. Other side. Oh, it's slowing. Breathe in. Take it down. To breathe out. So your hands are on your leg, your thigh, or on the floor. Breathe in. Arm in the air. To breathe out. And we're trying to get the chest onto the leg. I'm going to come out of this. It's a little bit much on there. All the time you're breathing out, you're getting your chest closer to your leg. Bring the feet in together to breathe in and rise. So now, of course, we're going to develop this and take it a little bit further. So we go back to the original leg. And we go forward. Breathe in. Take it forward. To breathe out. Now bend. Before you bend, let's have a twist. Bring it back down again. Bend into the knee, because we're going to do a warrior one. There you go. And then bring the hands down onto the floor. Back leg up as you do your standing split. And for that, I'm going to change my legs. You don't change yours. How high can you get that leg without turning your hips? That's what that's about. Don't turn the hips. Feet together. Breathe in and rise. To breathe out. Bring those hands down. So we take one leg to the back. Breathe in. Come forward. And then you do your twist. Remember, if you can, your hands are on the floor. Bring the hand back down. Bend into the knee. And then hands down on the floor. So I'm actually going to use our little bench here so I can use the correct leg to lift up to your standing split. Breathe in. Feet together. Breathe in and rise. Bend those knees. Breathe out as you lean back slightly. Hello, spider, where are you coming from? Hands together in prayer. Now let's take one leg behind, lifting the chest, pulling the chest forward, arms over, look down at the ankle. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's change sides. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands together in prayer. Breathe in, breathe out. Namaste. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. And we managed to complete the class before the heavens opened. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for some jumpy. Well done. Have a great day.